Greater Jamaica has been, from what I've seen and was able to read, established in 1967. And that was during the time when we really needed something to, you may say, bring back Jamaica.
I see Greater Jamaica, first of all, as a critical anchor in economic development, in project development, in serving as a kind of beacon in urban planning, in stabilizing. Well, forget about stabilizing, in turning the corner for Jamaica and then stabilizing it.
To bring, for the first time, development and planning together under one roof. There used to be the city planning planned the city, the private sector did or didn't develop the city, chambers of commerce or borough presidents argued for a development here or development there, but there's no entity concentrating on pulling these pieces together in a feasible way.
I think of them as a convener of a lot of different and diverse stakeholders in and around the community. And so certainly they are a catalyst for commerce, but they understand the adjacencies to commerce, like culture.
The Fund for the City of New York has always had a very special relationship with Greater Jamaica Development Corporation. We're about the same age, and one of the very first grants that the fund made was to Greater Jamaica. And so we've made modest grants since then, but we've always taken great pride in their accomplishments and what they've done.
And I'll be honest with you, when we first learned of Greater Jamaica, I wasn't one of the lovers of Greater Jamaica, but when I found out personally what they did and what they do, then we began to see that it was important and necessary that we had such a corporation here in our area to really establish what was needed.
There are lots of groups that talk about what they're going to do. I think the thing that's amazing about Greater Jamaica is actually what they have done.
As Satchel Paige said, it ain't bragging if you deliver. Greater Jamaica had a vision. They've continued to have a vision. They have been persistent in that vision, and they did deliver.
The one essential ingredient that I have to say after having worked here for 40 years is that it's, 38 years, it's really about tenacity and hanging on to the goals and trying to push them through.
Because I can remember walking down Jamaica Avenue when I was in high school and looking at the different retailers. I've even had several jobs in some of the retail shops. And I look at Jamaica now, and I can see already in the last 10 to 15 years how it has changed a great deal.
You can't have a short-term view. You have to have a long-term view.
I feel honored to be able to take part in the transformation looking forward of downtown Jamaica.
Well, those of us who have stuck with it, working in Jamaica to overcome perceptions that are really misperceptions and to achieve opportunities there despite the real challenges and obstacles there, were motivated by the playwright August Wilson, who, I will paraphrase, who said, "Our own belief in Jamaica is larger than the general disbelief."
We see a borough of people. It's like the Ellis Island of the old days. We've got the two largest airports, the only two airports in New York City, and we are a destination from people all around the world.
Throughout the history of Jamaica, this has been a place of opportunity, a place that they could move to and make a new life or continue their lives and make their mark. And that's a great thing about this community, that people have been able to get their roots down into this vast city and make a start.
Jamaica is a unique community, and it's a community that I understand, having come from the South. Many of the people that live in Jamaica are from the South, and I have an affinity for them. And it's a unique place that looks to be in the mainstream of the economy, the city's economy. Partnership is our middle name. Everything we do, we have a partner. We don't do anything unilaterally.
And having partnerships with organizations such as the Greater Jamaica Development Corporation that have the interests of the community at heart is what really helps develop and build that community spirit, that community nature, and a future.
It is important for us to be able to work with all the individuals in this community, be they organizations, corporations, because we have so many things that are happening in our community that need to be addressed. And the Greater Jamaica Development Corporation is responsible for a lot of the development in downtown Jamaica. So working with them in some instances has been a pleasure, and in some instances has been a problem. But overall, it's been one of mutual respect, and I think we work fairly well together to make sure that positive things come to our community.
We are looking for groups and individuals who share with us their commitment, their interest in this downtown being built into a place that can really serve this wonderful community of Jamaica, serve it better, and realize its full potential.
The focus is really on what can we get done and what can we accomplish. And they're willing, in any number of cases, to let other people take the credit. And so that is what allows this to happen. And so many other groups, people are fighting over who's going to get the credit, and it really gets in their way of being effective. Again, it's a tribute to the values that really undergird this organization.
We seek particular objectives that are not being done by others, and we will applaud them if the government will do them, or we will try to enable them and start them, initiate them, and then let somebody else do them, or we will try to do them ourselves if they won't get done.
It takes a lot of people to kind of move something forward in any place, especially a place like New York City. And the more you can create that critical mass of people whose interests are aligned with a vision of where the community should go, the stronger you can build a community.
It takes a whole group of people to make a community what it is. It doesn't take just one or two people.
Our trinity of interests, community, business, and government, and our logo, Greater Jamaica Development Corporation's logo, has three wheels, three cogs pulling together toward a common objective, namely the revitalization of downtown Jamaica.